Hiya Leighton, great to catch up with you again last night and do some further work on your swing. If we just take a look at it from face on first compared to where we were this time about 3 weeks ago, and we can see there is a marked improvement in your ability to separate your two centres during your downswing. We've got a situation now where the upper centre doesn't get as far out in front of you whilst the lower centre keeps moving forward. So the move through the ball in regards to your body and the centres of your swing that we worked on last time has improved. However, there's still a tendency to throw the club head at the ball there as you're coming through. So we need to look at why that's happening, or what could be causing that to happen. We need to keep removing the need to do that. The more we do that, the easier it's going to be to maintain the angles through the hitting area. At setup, what I'd like to see you do is put the handle of the club forward so that the hands, as a baseline checkpoint for you, are level with the middle of the left thigh. So feel like the back of the left hand's a little bit more forward, handle more forward at address. It's almost like a preset impact position. We want to try and create that handle forward position at address. What we see from down the target line, unfortunately through the years you've been told to keep the right leg flexed, and as a result we see a guy who during the early part of his backswing doesn't really turn his hips at all. As a result, the left arm starts to work up across the chest. As that happens, the club rolls behind us and we don't create any depth. So we've got quite a weak first move. We compare that to what we see with David Duval. Now this is David Duval when he was world number one. Now watch his legs. The first move away, right leg straightening, left knee working out, arm working across the chest. But more importantly, as that right leg straightens, it lifts his right hip and frees up his hip turn. The more you can turn your hips, the more you can turn your shoulders, the more power you can generate. What we see here with yourself is early part of the swing, no straightening of the right leg, very little hip turn. As a result, hips never freed up fully. Shoulder turn tends to be a little bit manufactured, and what I mean by that is with the right leg not straightening, the hips are very level at this point. Whenever the hips are very level at this point, this left shoulder drifts across too much, doesn't work down and across like we saw with Robert Rock. I'll get his footage up for you later, and as a result we lack power. So what we've got here now from down the line is you with your right foot withdrawn. That straight away gets this right hip deeper and gives you a feeling of almost having a preset position in regards to the amount of hip turn that you're creating. With that right foot drawn back, you find it easier to get the body turning early in the swing. You can see now that right leg starting to straighten. Much deeper position, much more coiled position than we see here on the second piece of footage along. Not enough depth, not enough hip turn, too much reliance on creating torque between your upper and your lower body. So we take a little look here at what we were discussing yesterday with Robert Rock. 2 keys for you to work on whilst out of the range. First thing we notice is that Robert Rock's feet are both turned out slightly at approximately 15 degrees. Like so. And then what we see next is this left shoulder working down and across. Left shoulder working down and across. When we're looking from down the target line, we're going to see a situation where during his takeaway, the right knee is going to start to straighten and the left knee starts to work out behind the golf ball or into the golf ball. As a result, the right hip is higher than the left and the body has the ability to turn. So straightening of the right leg, allow it to straighten a little bit on the way back, turn the feet out, and plenty of work on that right foot drawn back drill. Hope to see you again in a week or so's time. Keep up the good work. Well done.